Okay, so we're on here for a quick hour today. Mic check, this sounds good. Mic check again. So that seems to be okay. Okay, so I'm not quite sure why it's a bit louder on TikTok live. All right, either way, let's get started. All right, guys, we got 4 guys that have joined us. Okay, that's good. So who's trading live today? Who's trading NASDAQ live today with us? Price action has been so crap. Let's have a look at what's going on in the markets. Let's check the news for today. Here we go. On FX Street. I use fxstreet.com. Everyone else uses Forex Factory. But I think fxstreet.com does the job. So on TikTok, you page, so bring it into this corner. About half the. You can see that. All right, so news. I know early hours of the morning, 1 a.m. we had like red folder news events, and 3 a.m. we had red folder news events because that was all Trump stuff going on with his we're gonna wipe out a whole country overnight, but decided not to. So maybe that's why price action hit. But we had 10 a.m. red folder news, which is past. What have we got now? We've got 12:16 GMT right now, so we've not got no red folder news events until 7 p.m. this evening. Okay, that's good, but price action has been so crap. Market's been so choppy, so I've not entered a trade this morning. Have any of you guys entered a trade this morning? To be fair, the markets have been crap for the past couple of weeks. The whole of March was really choppy. I did get some good payments out in March, but the price action was really choppy, and a lot of it was to do with forced trading. So I don't kind of rate that. But let's have a look at April, how we're doing so far. So if I go over onto TradeZella. April, we're doing okay for the past 2 days. We're in profits of $4,151. We had a green day yesterday. We had a green day on Monday of $3,000. We had a green day yesterday of $955, and that's the reason I've not really taken a trade today. I didn't jump in trade and lose some of my profit because the price action is so crap. But let's go over onto the charts and see what's going on. You guys can actually join me live. I'm going to be live every day pretty much, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. GMT time. I'll jump on this time around 12 o'clock as well for an hour, but I mainly trade London session. But if I do catch a trade around this time, then yeah, I'll jump into a trade, but I have to like put my lot size down because I'm not going to be risking a risk London. All right, so let's have a look. On the 30-minute, we had a wild rally last night. Look at this. Pre-market open. That's crazy. So whoever entered into this trade here, so all the pre-market guys, whoever entered their trade here, I'm not sure how prop firms work with pre-market, because they say after a certain time you're not allowed to enter trades. So I don't think there's any overnight trades until Asian session opens. But if you're on personal accounts, and whoever are swing traders on some prop firms would have been allowed to take the trade. But look, imagine if you entered here and rode it up to the top. So let's have a look. So just say you even, just say you risked, let's bring that down here. Okay, so just say you risked 300. What the hell? Well, I mean, we got the lot size lower. That is a 30-minute time frame, to be honest with you. So anyway, just say you even risked $300. So that's below the 30-minute time frame fair value gap, and you just rode it up to above or just before London session, Asian session. That was here where that down candle is, this blue box. That's where Tokyo session started. That's $6,000 you could have made by just risking $300 if you know what you're doing. But yeah, so I've missed that trade. I didn't get that one. But yesterday there was some decent price action. Today price action has been that time frame just choppy. So let's see if we can catch a trade right now in the next 45 minutes. Let's see our bias. I don't know what my bias would be, because we've had a massive bullish run, and then it's just been retracing. Well, it's not even a retracement, it's just been consolidating sideways, chopping around. I've not really got a bias. The only other thing I could think, the market will come back down to balance all of this out, because there's an imbalance over here, or there's an imbalance over here and over. So yeah, the market can come down to balance things out in this here and then shoot back up. But this is Nasdaq, guys, we don't know. And Trump's market just drops a tweet and then everything goes wild. So what's your bias, guys? What's your bias for today? I don't really get married to a bias. Like if I come into the markets on the day and it says, and the markets show me like they're going up, I would say, okay, I have a bullish bias. But markets can change just like that. So never be married to your bias. If the markets reverse, you should always be able to change your bias. Bearish. So this is a 3-minute time frame. Price action don't look too bad on the 3-minute time frame. So this was the London open. Price pushed down because it was chopping around here. There was no area of interest from. Price pushed back up. Price pushed down. This fair value gap was mitigated, so there was not really an entry for me. I possibly would have entered from here, but I wasn't looking at it. Yeah. But even if you did enter there, how far up would you go? Targeting highs, price just comes back down again. Yeah. Although there is some sort of, hey, give me that back. There is some sort of support this area here, but I'm not a trader, so I don't really like taking, because there's a lot of support here. There'll be a lot of liquidity down here as well, so that can get wiped out before pushing upside, or liquidity can get wiped out from both sides, then have a massive push down balance. So yeah, I'm not married to a bias right now. Go over onto the 1 minute time frame. Boom, let's have a look. Price action bouncing around in this support area. Let's have a look. Candles have started to largen up, so let's see what's happening. So remember guys, we always need some sort of change of character and a deep break of structure. Nice candle movement. Hi Danny, happy trade bro. Oh, thank you Dilip. Is it Dilip? Yeah, Dilip. How you doing, Dilip? Are you trading today? And if you are trading, what pairs are you trading? Are you doing stocks, shares, or forex, or options, or commodities? What are you trading, bro? Had a nice push up, but we don't know, because this area here would be a liquidity sweep if it does push up and then have a massive push down. But we don't know, because if it breaks past it, damn, we could up as well. Yeah. I'm trading gold, liquidity, bro. Nice. So are you always a gold trader? How long have you been trading? All right, so now we're getting some nice price action. Hopefully it keeps on pushing. Still a bit concerned about this area here. Price can come back down, wipe out this area here. Oh, we got 6 guys watching. How you doing, guys? So yeah, what I was saying is, past 2 days have been really good. So on my dashboard, we've got Monday was a nice day, 3.2k. Tuesday, yesterday was a nice day, $955. The reason I don't like these numbers here at the bottom, 58 trades and 26 trades, is because I'm copy trading across many accounts. So I think I'm copy trading across 5 accounts, and my trade syncer wasn't working. So this is my trade syncer. So this is the system that I use to copy all my trades. So as you can see, I've got 2 alpha capital accounts, alpha futures accounts, sorry, 250k alpha futures accounts, and then I've got 3 25k take profit trader accounts. And the problem with these take profit trader accounts are they have intraday trailing drawdown and not end of day. So the intraday trailing drawdown is only until I make the $1,500 buffer, and anything after that $1,500 will be on a end of day trailing drawdown, so we can take profits out daily on these take profit traders. That's why I love the take profit trader, because you can take out profits daily. Hey man, hold some currency. Wow, so you trade a range then. Are you trading a personal account, or are you trading prop firms, Dilip? Okay, so yeah, price has been rejecting from this area as well. Let's have a look on the, yeah, which has left a nice fair value gap here, but this fair value gap, will it be respected or will it just go into this area here? Reject from there. So we're waiting. If we did sweep liquidity here and then we have a push down, then I'm going to be looking for my bias will be bearish. If it continues, I'm not quite sure what I'll be looking for because I don't know, because the market still keep pushing and it still keep pushing after we've had this massive push up all night. Or will there be some sort of reversal? Wow, look, that's just crazy. Came back, filled all the orders in, pushed up, retraced, filled all the orders in. To be fair, there's still a gap here. Massive fair value gap here. Orders need to be filled there. Yeah, orders are there. So yeah, we can still have a retracement and a big push to the downside. So, but that'll happen after New York session open, and I probably ain't going to be trading time. So guys, only trade when you see setup. Don't see your setup, do not take a trade, because that's when you get into the habits of false trading, revenge trading, fear of missing out. Look, so is this now going to be respected, which it looks like it has, but will price come back down and down? That's the thing. The markets have been so choppy lately, you just can't tell whether it's going to go up, because sometimes you have a massive wick up and it looks like it's going to be a reversal, then it just continues the opposite direction. You can't actually tell what the market's. Let's have a look on the 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame looks like it's rejecting. That looks like a resistance fall. So support and resistance traders could have made small profits, but I'm support and resistance trader. Yeah, anyway, back to let's have a look. Back to talking about TradeSync. TradeSync, you can connect many accounts. Like you can have, if you have 2 connections, you can have 20 accounts copy traded, 10 connections on each connection. I've got 2 connections, but I'm going to try and pass these first, because on one connection I've got Alpha Futures, these 2 accounts, and on the other connection I've got Take Profit Trader account. But I'm copy trading all of them. As you can see at the top here, I'm doing micro golds and micro Nasdaqs. Yeah, we're currently in profit, as you can look on my dashboard. Profit doing quite good. Monday was a 3.2k, Tuesday was 955, and today I've not taken a trade because the markets have been very choppy. Have a look, it's respected that fair value gap on the 3 minute. So let's go back to the 3 minute. Yep. But is it gonna hit this area from there, or is it gonna sweep liquidity from above this area and push back down? And we don't have a major news event till 7 p.m. today. So yeah. Wow, I've got 342 likes and I've not even, I'm just coming on here for the hell of it, because when I'm trading I thought I need some company, because trading can be a very lonely place. It's boring, and when you're trading you need some trader friends. So I thought, let me just go online and share my trades with all you guys and share what I'm doing. I don't usually trade live, but I thought I'm going to at least start trading live, at least my London sessions in the morning. So if you do trade London session, guys, make sure you join me at 8:30 a.m. every single day, Monday to Friday. Weekends we have a break, markets ain't no, unless you're trading Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin traders, they'll be live like 24/7, even on Sundays, wired wired up, taking trades. All right, so yeah, is the music still running in the background? Nice. All right, we don't know what's going on. This is why trading's so boring, yeah, because one, you have to wait for a setup that you can rush and force a trade, it'll just go against you, then you just money, so there's no point. You just wait for your setup that works for you, then you take an entry. If you lose that, it don't matter as long as you ain't oversized on that. If you win it, it goes in your favor. Probabilities. So yeah, probabilities. They say trading's gambling. Trading's not actually gambling, it's actually a probabilities. Gambling is like roulette. I know a lot about roulette because yeah, I did some heavy gambling back in 2019. I made a lot of money from roulette. I never lost, I never left no money, I never left my money in William Hill. I took my money out and I ran with it. Never went back into roulette and gambling again after that. And then the next thing that gave me the dopamine hit, same as gambling, was trading. But when I first started trading, I started gambling, and I lost a lot of money. But now I started to learn, and I've realized that it's a probabilities game and you have to have some sort of skill. As long as you're making sure you're not trading news events. Some traders are fundamental traders and they know how to trade news events, and they know how to get around it. But as long as you're not gambling like on news events and waiting for Trump's to just gamble, then you actually got an A+ setup that you can look out for and you can trade, then yeah, then it's just the probabilities. You make a lot of money from trading. As you can see on my TradeZeller account, that's the net P&L for this month, April 2026, is $3,200. Just yesterday, $955. Today, God knows how many dollars we'll make or lose. So you can't always get married to the fact that, hey, I'm going to make $700 a day. No, because sometimes you can make more than that. So that's why I never really always go for like a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2. Sometimes I just let my winners run. That it keeps paying out, and then trying to take maximum profit as I can. Because sometimes if you keep taking a 1-to-1 and a 1-to-2, the days you lose just chip away into your small taking. You have a massive day where you've just let the profits run. Even if you do get a few losing trades, it won't really affect you because you've got a big hit. You look, now this fair value gap on the 3-minute is getting mitigated. Had I had taken my entry here, stop loss below this fair value gap, I would have been shitting my pants now, thinking, damn, it's getting close, it's gonna stop me out. But that's the reason I didn't take it. Sometimes they say wait for a candle closure above fair value gap, which was here, but the way the markets are moving nowadays, can't tell. Copy, and Trump's always to conquer a country, murder millions of people. And that's how the markets move. And Trump makes all his friends millions and millions of dollars, like here, like exactly like here, what he done yesterday evening. Let me go on to the 5-minute. I'm going to I'll go on a 10-minute. Let's make the candles a bit. Oh, we're lost. Where are we? Yeah, here we are. So, like Trump did last night, told everyone that he's going to wipe out the whole of Iran. Everyone started panic buying, thinking, okay, if we buy now, make our profits now, before everything gets wiped out and the oil, we'll make a lot of money. But all these guys made a lot of money from there to here. That's massive. So this is where New York session closed last night. This is pre-market Asian session. Yeah, Asian session opens at 1 a.m. UK time. Right, that's the time Iran was supposed to be wiped out. So look, all that buying happened, and then Trump decides that he's not going to do nothing for 2. Just a bluffed it, and they made lots of money. And guys like me were sleeping, couldn't take a trade. So I lost out on the money while Trump and his friends are eating cherry from top of that cake. Alright, go. So now we're still in that fair value gap. Not quite sure what's going on here, but I'm going to be out in 20 minutes. I'll be off, then I'll be back on again tomorrow. I'll be back on again tomorrow. London session 8:30 a.m. So make sure any of you guys that are trading London session, make sure you're on at 8:30 a.m. And if you want to see the full screen that you can't see on my TikTok, you jump onto YouTube and just search for FX Trader 2024. You can actually watch my live trading on YouTube, and it'll be on a bigger screen, and you get to see the whole of my trading view rather than just right now. You can a small little piece of what I'm looking at, because if I just scroll over to the left, I'm actually looking at all of this on my bigger screen and looking at a couple of different time frames, not just the 1 minute. So yeah, if you want to trade live with me, jump on YouTube, search for FX Trader 2024. Yeah, and you can trade with me live, make some money. Don't just jump in trades randomly. See, look, we're getting rejection still from this area here. We did go into this fair value gap. We've tested it once, twice. This is the third time. Is it going to continue up and up, or back down? And if you look on the price action on the 30-minute time frame, this is the price action of London session. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like in Asian session. This is pre-market before Trump and his great ideas of wiping the world out. Look how much money these guys made. Okay, and look at the price action yesterday. There's the London session. So much better than just this chopping around. So never trade when the markets are choppy, because you'll just get caught out. Jump back into the 1 minute time frame. Damn, I'm doing a lot of talking. And I've not even had my breakfast yet, and it's 12:42. That's like intermittent fasting. I'm doing intermittent fasting today. Let's see if I could have caught a trade this morning. I probably wouldn't have traded, because look, London session opened up like this, chopping sideways. How can you trade that? You can't trade that. Then we had a push up, then you had big massive candles pushing down, Then we had a change of character to the upside. Well, that wasn't a change of character, that was a break of structure because we already had it. To be fair, actually, I would say that's a change of character because we were down. Okay. Then we never really had a retracement down to here. Not until we got to about here. And then that on the Fibonacci retracement tool took. Price came below the 50% into the 61.8. And then we had a slight push up, but the enter there. Have a look. Put off because price was in the 61.8 area. That was your support zone then, and I don't really trade support and resistance. Price come in that area most times, but then not had a break of structure. Didn't break. So I'm not quite sure what the markets are doing today. So anyone else trading Nasdaq, or is it just gold traders out there? Am I the only one? It's only now we've got like less viewers. Soon we're going to start getting hundreds and hundreds of viewers, because I'm trading on YouTube as well. So I'm telling the TikTok guys, if you want to see me trade on a bigger screen, like if you want to see my whole of my trading view, so that you guys could see my orders that I place and the lot size that I'm using. If I could screen side. Get the undock it. So yeah. So if you guys want to trade with me on YouTube, you get to see the fuller screen and you get to see this dot to have docked on the right hand side. Then you can see me how much units I use, how I'm setting my take profit and stop loss. Yeah, very important, guys. Yeah, if you want to see all of that, you can just jump onto YouTube and you can see the whole screen. So on YouTube, just make sure you're searching for FX Trader 2024, and the markets are still chopping around, and I've got about 10 minutes left, guys. 10, 11, 12, 14. Wow. 10 minutes and a couple of minutes of chatting shit. Yeah. So yeah, we've not taken a trade. We had a good run yesterday and the day before. Markets are very choppy at the moment. So let's just go back to the news event. So as you can see, 1 a.m. was a massive red folder news event. 3 a.m. was a red folder news event. 3 a.m. again was a red folder news event. So anything before that, the market's pushed up, trying to make as much money they can. They weren't balancing price out because price was like families down before. Yeah, so this was Trump's deadline for Iran, where he was supposed to wipe out the whole of Iran. So it was just a bluff so that he could get the guys to go in and make money on the markets while his friends were doing. I couldn't enter in at that time because my prop firms don't allow after New York session closed, so I wouldn't have been able to. I would have traded Asian session open. So after that we had a red folder, New Zealand, Bremen speech. That was a red folder, 6 a.m. And then after that, we didn't have another red folder till 10 a.m. And now, after that, we've not got another red folder till 7 p.m. So if you're a prop firm trader, guys, You can be trading from now till 7 p.m. to see if you catch a good setup. New York session starts at 2:30 p.m. GMT. So 2:30 p.m. GMT UK time. That's when the New York session opens. So you're good to trade till 7 p.m. From now until 7 p.m. there is no red folder news. TradeZella dashboard, 3.2k done on Monday, $955 done yesterday. Today can't catch a trade. Look, despite the fact of me having all those losers here, I made it back with the winners. So you got the 3.2k and then $955 yesterday. But aim to go for 1 or 2 trades a day. The reason I had extra trades put in, my trade sinker wasn't working. I accidentally put a trade on my live accounts, messed up all my accounts. But then we got the trade sinker working and I managed to bring my buffers back up again. So we are good now, and my trade sinkers are all working. So yeah, this is where price keeps chopping around. Not sure if I'm going to continue or wait to take a trade, because now if I find a setup and I take a trade now, I'll be trading till later on, and I don't really feel like I want to be on markets at the moment. So yeah, that's me probably done for today then, guys. Gonna come off this, and then you guys want to trade with me live London session, it's all free, guys. You will learn something. You can ask as many questions as you want. You can jump on with me 8:30 a.m. GMT. I'll probably be live for about 2 hours, so London session opening, and then I do jump on again roughly around 12 o'clock, just if there's any trades, or I might jump on again after 2:30 or around 2:30 p.m. when session opens. This is all GMT time, guys. So yeah, just before I leave you, I'll just show you once again. Trade Sinker is what I'm using to trade and copy trade across all my accounts. TradeZella is what I use to calculate all my trades on all of my accounts. We're up 4.1k the past 2 days already. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna shoot off now, and happy trading all, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning 8:30 a.m. GM London session opening times. See you then. Peace out. Bye. See you later. Bust. Make sure don't overtrade, don't revenge trade, and my shit, guys. A better trade will come now once I've gone, but if I take it, I'll show you guys tomorrow. See you later.